There are so many online fitness routines, so many workouts, options, instructors. It's really hard to keep track. And if you're like me, you like to be able to mix up your workouts. Maybe some days I want cardio. Maybe I want to be led through a stretch, something that I honestly don't do enough of. And some days I want to hit the weights. Like today, I used my Mossa on demand app and did a 30-minute weight training workout at my gym. I just propped my phone up, used the weights I had, and I was good to go. I only had a little bit of time and then I was out of there. Mossa on Demand makes it easy. You can check out Mossa on Demand. They have over 300 plus growing workouts. You are going to absolutely devour these because they have them for every single schedule. You have 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. You can do it all, and they are all driven by music and amazing coaches. You don't always need weights. You can choose body weight workouts. You can do something that is more meditative and mindful, or you can do something more cardio centric, or even something like kickboxing. Podcast listeners get 30 days for free on top of an already 14-day trial with coupon code HotterThanHealth30. Again, so after a 44-day trial with code HotterThanHealth30, you can get this for just $9.99 per month. Again, these are workouts for every single body type, any type of goal, any type of routine that you have or that you're trying to establish. Going to mossaondemand.net and using the code HotterThanHealth30 will get you in the door and get you 44 days to set and establish a healthy habit with fitness, workouts, and just honestly having a variety of different movements so that you never get bored and you can really get your routine going and structured. It's for every schedule, every body. It's enjoyable. I know you will love it. You can check out Mossa on Demand, MOSSA on demand.net. Mossa on Demand for code HotterThanHealth30. You will absolutely love it. Let us know how you like it. Welcome to the Hotter Than Health podcast, a plant-dominant podcast for those looking to expand and elevate their lives. Each week, we will bring you provocative conversations and topics, entertaining interviews, and some of the biggest names in health and wellness to answer your burning questions. You will leave each episode with tangible tips and takeaways and understand what it truly means to live an energized and optimized life. Hello. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Hotter Than Health. My name is Eliza Gelman. This is a solo episode. If this is your first time listening, then gird your loins. Welcome. Hello. Have a seat. If you're walking, fantastic, because I feel like during this episode, we're going to have a lot of energy. We're going to have a lot of information, a lot of content, and a lot of analogies, and a lot of reference points. I think that we're going to recognize some of what we're talking about. Maybe there will be some new ideas, but overall, today we are going to be discussing the healthiest snack brands and products, tips for 2023. I get questions all the time about what type of, not just foods and snacks that I have and purchase, but cleaning supplies, laundry detergent, household items, little tips and tricks that I find really helpful when searching for products. But before we get into that, I was talking to my sister on the phone before I got on this podcast episode. And of course, it was just one of those calls where she's in Boston. She's in the middle of just the Arctic tundra. It's dark, it's cloudy, it's the doldrums. And I can't imagine being without sunshine or heat or warmth for any long extended period of time. That's why I moved directly from Appalachian State University to Arizona. Polar opposites absolutely need the sun, need the warmth. But we were talking, she was going for a walk. She's really good about, if she's complaining about anything, or not complaining, but if she knows that she's not in her best mindset, she'll go out and prioritize walks. She will make sure that she takes a call outside. She'll do whatever she can to make sure that she's doing what she knows makes her feel best. And that could we all take a moment to think about the one thing that we complain about, or that maybe we're a broken record about, and or we have a couple people that we vent to. And I understand venting is fine. I'm not here to say don't talk about your feelings, but I am saying be actionable. Be actionable. Take control of what, excuse me. Oh, that's going to be hot and hard to edit out. But what is actionable? What can you be doing to actively not stop yourself from complaining, but if you're going to keep complaining about the same thing, at least have something new to add to it, saying, hey, but I know that so and so and I are having a struggle. I know that I'm mad about my stomach issues or whatever it is. I keep getting UTIs, like whatever the issue is. Are you doing anything actionable, or are you just keep going through these thoughts, negative thoughts? Oh my gosh. I had a quinoa particle stuck in my throat. I'm telling you, I'm staying with my friend Madison right now, and if you haven't caught on, then I can't spell it out for you, but I'm not going to go into it on this podcast. Staying with my friend, and it's such a fun place to stay because her and I we cook similarly. We love talking about vegetables. We've done similar nutrition. We've done similar nutrition programs, and there's just a lot to talk about. We talk about ingredients. We talk about fucking nut butters and oils and different ways to live a healthy lifestyle, XYZ. So it's been a really great environment to be in. And we're just eating quinoa and vegetables all day long, and it's great. But the particles, anytime I floss now, I see these black chunks in the back of my teeth. Maybe TMI, don't care. But there's just quinoa everywhere. Anyways, keep floss on handy if you are eating quinoa. All of this to say, in the dumpster fire that is my personal life right now, I am doing my best to enjoy the heat from the fire. And I think when I hit pause to cough a second ago, I completely interrupted my train of thought, and I don't know what I was talking about. Like I told you, batten down the hatches. We're going for a ride. There's a lot to talk about today. You didn't come here to hear about my dumpster fire personal life. You are here to also, I'm sorry, personal life, yes, dumpster fire. Career, I'm super happy. Things are going well. Podcast is great. We have some guests coming on in a couple. Just know that there will be a mixture of guests as well as one-on-one episodes. And I'm trying to be more intentional with the one-on-one episodes. I think that last year I would be more, oh, well, we don't have a guest this week. Let me do a solo episode. And I would be willy-nilly about it. But this willy-nilly, I'm focusing more on planning in advance, giving you all resources and tools and links, actionable items. And I'm excited to see how you all like it. So far, the response has been good, and solo episodes that last anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes, I think, is a sweet spot. And if it's not, please let me know. If you're a listener and you're thinking that there's any constructive criticism, you can send it. You can definitely send it. You can also go to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. I've been stealing a lot of phones lately to leave myself reviews on other people's phones who listen to the podcast but have never left a review. Truly, if you listen to the podcast and you find any value in it whatsoever, leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Rate us 5 stars. Okay. Oh, and I did just get a flow update. I track my cycle and it says, you might feel a high sex drive today, which means absolutely nothing to me. Okay. Jesus Christ. Let's get into today's episode. Again, if this is your first episode listening, oh my Christ almighty. Today, the healthiest snacks, brands, and products for 2023, as well as a couple of tips that might be helpful for you when you are curating your healthful lifestyle and products. Because if my thing is that you live in a home that is, you have walls keeping you in, you have stale air circulating all day long, you've got couch cushions, you maybe have pets, you maybe have kids, you have other people, you have roommates, you have all these different things, you have outdoor bacteria coming in, indoor bacteria coming out, swapping spit all over the place, and we want to make sure that the things that are coating what we sit on, the chemicals that are coating our plates that we eat off of, that we're cooking off of. We want to make sure that those aren't seeping into our skin and causing extra hormone disruptors. There could be endocrine disruptors and chemicals, toxins that we don't know that lead to neurodivergence. Not neurodivergence, but we know for a fact that carcinogenic and inflammatory ingredients and chemicals and products that we use every single day, like Windex and Clorox and bleach and different household cleaning supplies, different oils, different candles, these can all be not only endocrine hormone disruptors, but they can also lead to free radicals that our body can't fight, which leads to things like cancer and other chronic disease. Let's get into some snacks. Let's turn the page a little bit. All right. I honestly feel like I snorted a line of crack cocaine before this episode. Buckle up. The first snacks to talk about are some snacks that I would recommend for any type of travel. If you are packing lunch for kids or you want to have some at your desk at work, whatever it is. But I've been using these for my travel going back and forth to Charlotte, or if I'm flying somewhere, I'll bring a whole bag of these, all travel friendly. The first brand is Everybody Eats. Everybody Eats, if you follow me on Instagram at ElizaG_wellness, Everybody Eats does these Cheez-It adjacent snacks. And I'm so sorry. It's called Everybody Eat. Everybody Eat, not Everybody Eats. Everybody Eat. And their entire concept is, I think it's women founded, which I actually like, but they have these incredible small batch bags of Cheez-Its. They have olive and garlic flavors. They've got lime and chili flavors. And what I really love about these is the ingredients. So let's just say cheeseless is the Cheez-It type of snack that we're looking at. Let's just say you buy these bags and you're looking all around for the ingredients. Actually, all of the ingredients are on the front, which I really appreciate. Normally, they hide all the BS ingredients on the back in small font, but this one is not like that. So when you look at the ingredients, it is potato starch, brown rice flour, extra virgin olive oil, nutritional yeast, paprika, sea salt, garlic, white pepper, and that's it. And it has that nostalgic, cheesy taste. And I think it really comes from the white pepper, paprika, and nutritional yeast. It almost gives it that smoky, cheesy flavor that you get from a Cheez-It. And there is nothing that I have ever tried store-bought that has this clean of ingredients and makes it feel like I'm actually enjoying a junk food. It is so fantastic. The branding is on point. It's a black bag with a orange rim. I'm obsessed. It's called Everybody Eats. I have found them at Whole Foods. If you look online at everybodyeating.com, they have different packs. You can get a 4-pack, which is the most popular. You can get small baggies. So if you are trying to really prioritize putting healthier snacks in your kids' lunches, or you are trying to have some healthier snacks in your lunch, they make little 1-ounce bags and they have 20 packs. So if you're going to, it's as though you're buying the giant, I don't even know who makes them. I guess Lay's. They sell these giant flats of these mini bags of chips that are 1 serving size, and it gives you like 4 Cheetos and that's fine for having those once in a while, but if you're going to be eating these on a daily basis, highly recommend looking at the ingredients. Again, it is Everybody Eat, and the website is everybodyeating.com. Also, if anyone who works for these people knows about these people, these 2 women who started the company, look it up, because this is a brand that I'm obsessed with and that I genuinely already spend money on. So if you guys want to sponsor, let me know. Okay, the next is going to be more of I think a travel midday quick bite, needs some protein to tide you over. Less of a snack, more of a, okay, I know that I'm not going to be able to really have a full meal for a while, so I'm going to consume some protein. Epic Provisions does the best job for any jerky that I've seen. We've all been, and again, this is not like brand shaming, but I'm saying if we're talking about the pecking order of good amazing ingredients to please don't touch with a 10-foot pole ingredients, this is the upper echelon. Epic Provisions, they have such incredible ingredients, but we've all been in the gas station, we've been at Harris Teeter, we've been at the checkout line at the grocery store, and you look down, you see the beef jerky, and you know exactly the bag that I'm talking about. It's got a red top, and it just says jerky or turkey jerky or whatever, and then you look at the back, and it's a whole shit ton of ingredients, and you don't really know what they are, but you're like, God, but I love jerky. So you buy them, you enjoy them, but you have no idea what you just ate. Now, here's what I really love about these bars is that not only is it, Whole30 approved, keto, 0 grams of sugary, savory, they are thoughtfully sourced. And I know this is a plant dominant podcast, and I'm going to get more into the pescatarian part of this, but if you are someone who's saying, hey, I'm not quite there yet, I'm not fully plant dominant, 80-20, but I do like some jerky if I'm traveling. If I know I'm already going to be eating jerky, I'd rather you do it from a more sustainable source. So Epic has grass-fed beef, bison, venison, cage-free chickens and ducks, wild-caught salmon, and antibiotic-free pork skins. All of that to say is, do we know exactly where this comes from, how it comes, and how it's sourced? No, but they typically, if you're going to spend the money on the branding and the notations on if you're going to spend the money on the marketing to let people know that you do source things, typically they're at least a little better than the mass produced zero intention behind them brands. So either way, they're a little more thoughtfully sourced, they're non-GMO, and they really are focused on higher quality ingredients. So they have like pork skins, that are the crispy pork rinds. They've got bars, they've got snack strips. My favorite is actually we'll go to the bestsellers, but my favorite is the salmon bites. They're so delicious. We'll go to the ingredients right now, but it says made with 100% wild Alaskan salmon. Smoked salmon strip is a fan favorite. Where are the ingredients? This is annoying. Okay. Are we not getting there? Where are we? Hello. See, if I'm on the website, then what I really need... Okay, here it is. Hello. I could have just scrolled down. I'm so lazy. Wild-caught salmon, maple sugar, organic coconut oil, sea salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and dillweed. Sexy. It contains salmon and coconut ingredients. So if you are allergic to tree nuts, anything like that, then maybe it's not the best for you because it does have coconut oil. It's just, I don't know how your allergies work, but the Epic Provisions, you can get these at Whole Foods. I think that a lot of other places sell them as well, but if you're looking for the salmon jerky especially, I know that it's either just online or at Whole Foods. I have not seen the jerky many other places, but I know that the beef jerky, the venison, and the chicken jerky is all over the place. That's something that I would recommend I have a few flights coming up, and this is something that hands down I eat on the plane. And also, usually with jerky, or especially salmon jerky, you open up and the smell is so strong that you're scared to open it up and eat it in front of other people. This is not the case with that type of snack. Then, okay, you knew I was going to bring this up. I do not get paid for this. I just absolutely believe in the brand. I believe in the marketing. I am about to become an investor. I already spend money on this product. I believe in the people. I believe in the founder and the vision. There's Blender Bombs. Honestly, Blender Bombs just since the very beginning have been so transparent about their ingredients. They have been transparent about their manufacturing, their process, their marketing, everything about their products, even as far down as the packaging that they're using. I have been using the a couple of my favorites are the Cookies and Dream protein. I have that on subscription actually, and I don't even know how much I spend a month on it, but I spend less getting the subscription, getting 9 of them per month, because when you go to the store and you get a high quality protein bar, you're spending probably $4. This comes down to, I think, 3. Highly recommend. I eat them probably every other day, and the ingredients are incredible. So for the protein one, I believe it has something like, let's see, the protein bar for the Bomb bars from Blender Bombs have 10 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber. It's got a tiny bit of calcium, a bit of iron, 9 grams of fat, 29 grams of carbs, and overall, if we're talking about carbs and fiber, if you have approximately 30 grams of carbs and you're looking at that rule of 4 or 5, if you've been a long time listener, you know this rule of 4 or 5, but when you are looking for non-processed snacks and you know that maybe you're looking at carbs, or you want to figure out how processed this product actually is, if it goes by the rule of 4 or 5, when the carbs are divisible by 4 or 5, so if the carbs total 30 grams and you divide that by 5 and it goes into it, then you're good to go. So essentially, for every 1 gram of fiber, you can get 4 or 5 grams of carb. I'm sure I did a horrific job of explaining that, so enjoy. But this girl does not have a math mind, so I try and keep it as simple as possible. For every 1 gram of fiber, you want to look at 4 or 5 grams of carb. So if we're looking at that rule of thumb, then Blender Bombs does a fantastic job in all fronts. But the ingredients for the protein, it's dates, cashew butter, pea protein isolate, chocolate chip, and it has a couple of different simple ingredients for the chocolate chips. Honey rolled oats, cashews, coconut cream powder, flaxseed, aloe, cacao nibs, chia seeds, vanilla extract, dried vinegar, sea salt, organic vanilla cream flavor, cinnamon, again, organic, Blender Bombs, walnut, pecan, cashew, almond, da-da-da-da-da. I think that they're amazing. And not to put up a front, not like I ever do, but really, really, these are great snacks, and they actually tide me over. So similar to if you really aren't interested in the jerky, this would be my next go-to for protein. Hands down, bar none. Don't have a code for you. Hopefully I'll get one soon. But, I mean, you can order these on blenderbombs.com. You can do Amazon. I think it might be a little more expensive on Amazon, but you get them a bit faster. But they do have subscription on Amazon as well. So however you want to do it. The next these are just great snacks. So let's say we have a book club that we do with some girlfriends once a month. Right now, oh my God, wait, hold on. Oh shit, I wish I had the book right in front of me. I don't. So there's okay, this is going to be a tangent. And if you read books, audiobooks, any Kindle, whatever, or if you're like, oh, I wish I read more, or I'm about to finish a book, I need to get something that's going to get me into it. Oh wait, hold on. Let me get the book up. What was it called? Shit. This one is called Wait. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. A Flicker in the Dark is the book that was her first book. So it's Stacy Willingham. Stacy Willingham, she's incredible. She's actually local to Charleston, South Carolina, and works with a friend of mine. So I feel like a fucking celebrity. But either way, so A Flicker in the Dark is the first book that she wrote, and I'm telling you, this book got me more excited to read than 50 Shades of Grey, than any erotica, than any incredible news outlet. Like, it's more addicting than TikTok to me. It was so multifaceted. There were different layers of relationships and sexual tension and mystery and murder, but also family dynamics. You always got a little bit of a taste of everything. So A Flicker in the Dark was amazing, but right now we're reading, what is her next book? Stacy Willingham. Oh my God. Stacy Willingham. Oh, nope. I'm reading the book right now and I can't remember what it's called. Stacy Willingham books. I love that she's just getting so... All the Dangerous Things. All the Dangerous Things. All I can tell you is that I woke up this morning, I did my meditation, hashtag Joe Dispenza, and then I picked up this book and I then looked up and it had been an hour. It is so captivating, and the way she writes it, the chapters are super, super short, so it reads super quickly. And I'm not going to give anything else away, but A Flicker in the Dark, Stacey Willingham. You just got to go check it out. Back to food. If you are having a book club. If you are having a book club, if you're having people over, or if you're having a movie night, or if you have kids and you want some healthier snacks in the house, Lesser Evil does a really great job. Lesser Evil is, they were first known for all the clean popcorn that they were making, but then they got more into the healthy bites. So now they have more of the puffs that are more like the cheese puffs that you would get, like the classic cheese puffs. Here's what I will say. When you eat the classic cheese puffs or you eat popcorn, classic popcorn, typically you can eat it like a bottomless pit. You're good to go. You're fine. You can essentially devour the entire box without even thinking about it. With Lesser Evil, since they are made with coconut oil and some denser, healthier ingredients, when you're eating the paleo puffs, I feel like I actually get pretty full off of these. So what I really like about these is that you don't feel like just a dirty goblin after eating, because when you finish the entire family size bag of whatever you're eating and you just think, oh my god, I'm gonna regret that later, it's not gonna feel great, and I'm gonna ruin my dinner, but I'm gonna be hungry an hour after that, just not feeling great. If you got IBS, like, good luck, bye bye. This brand, they have a pink Himalayan sea salt flavor, a fiery hot flavor, no cheesiness. I'm a huge fan of that, actually. But they are non-GMO, certified paleo, grain-free, vegan, really great for a healthier substitute. But some of the ingredients that I'm looking at are and they're all organic, which I love. Organic cassava flour, organic coconut oil. And since we know that the first several ingredients from the nutrition label, the first several ingredients are going to be the most prominent ingredients in that package. Flour, coconut oil, if those are the top two, you know that they're going to be a little denser in fat because they have a higher oil ratio. So organic cassava flour, organic coconut oil, tapioca starch, tapioca solids, sweet potato powder, Himalayan crystal salt, nutritional yeast, organic coconut flour, organic flavor, organic baker's yeast extract, organic garlic powder, organic onion powder, lactic acid, ground mustard, and spices. I'm obsessed with these. They're amazing. They taste so good, and they have a little more give. They're a little bit denser than the normal cheesy puffs, but Lesser Evil is sold at Whole Foods. It's sold all over the place. I think Publix has it. I believe Harris Teeter might have it. And if you're on the West Coast, maybe Safeway has it. So take a look. Lesser Evil. It's a beautiful brand. I'm really a huge fan of it. So these are great for a party. Now, let's get into a couple sweeter things. Those are a lot of snacky things, because all the time when I hear people talking about healthy products that they like, it's always sweet stuff. But I have more of a salty craving. I have a salty palate, if you will. I would always rather have a French fry than a dessert or a pasta over I don't even know what, but I would just always prefer something cheesy or crunchy or salty. But I think that was a decent amount of salty treats. Hope you all agree and enjoy. One brand to talk about when it comes to sweets is, y'all know how I do it. If you're new here, I talk all the time about I don't neglect, I still like to have something sweet after dinner or after a meal. And if I neglect that, then I'm just going to go into the kitchen and overcompensate, do some fruit or do something like a tortilla with nut butter, and I don't even really love nut butter that much. I will overcompensate with something that is quote unquote healthy and sacrifice what I really actually wanted, which was chocolate or a cookie or whatever it was. But after a salty meal, of course, I like a little bit of chocolate. And one brand that I consistently gravitate to is Hu chocolate bars. I'm going to put this out there. in the wild, I understand that these are not the cheapest chocolate bars in the world. I get it. They're not the cheapest chocolate bars. You can definitely go to any other store. When I don't get these, if I go to Whole Foods, I get these. But 70% of the time, I go to Trader Joe's to do my grocery shopping, and I get there's one type of chocolate bar. I'll have to take note of it, but there's one chocolate bar at Trader Joe's that isn't as high in heavy metals, and it's all organic and ethically sourced, but not as high in heavy metals as many are. But when I am at Whole Foods, or if I'm ordering some online, I've ordered these as gifts before from Amazon, and they're just really delicious chocolate, and the branding makes it look extra healthy. And so you think, okay, well, is it just the branding that makes it healthy, or what's the deal here? But if you're looking at the simple dark chocolate, the ingredients are, let's see. Ingredients are organic cacao, organic unrefined coconut sugar, and organic cocoa butter. And the thing that I love about this brand is, of course, the ingredients, but they have really great flavors as well. So there's a vanilla crunch, a cashew butter with pure vanilla bean, crunchy mint dark chocolate, almond butter and puffed quinoa, hazelnut butter. I really like, they have one that's just dark chocolate and quinoa puffed, so it's got those extra little pockets of crunch, kind of like a bunch of crunch, if you ever had a bunch of crunch at the movie theater when you were going. Oh God, they're so good. You can order these online, you can order them, or you can get Whole Foods. But what I like about these is that you keep it in the fridge. You go get 2 or 3 squares at the end of a night. If you get 2 of these at the store when you go, you're really satisfying that sweet tooth, but you're also not going to binge on an entire pint of ice cream if that's not something that your body actually wants. So I think this really hits the spot. And I do think that if you invest a little bit more into the ingredients, into a higher quality product, then you're going to feel more satisfied, and you're going to make it more of an experience when you eat this type of chocolate. So it's not like you're just no big deal opening up a whole bar of chocolate and downing it, housing it. You're taking a few squares, enjoying it, and then you're putting it back in the fridge, maybe, and enjoying it. But y'all know I've also talked about the ORGANIFI chocolate gold. It's like a healthy hot chocolate. I cannot get enough of it. The ORGANIFI healthy hot chocolate is on their website. You can go to Organifi.com and check out the hot chocolate on there. But it's got adaptogens. It helps to regulate and calm the nervous system. It helps to alleviate extra inflammation due to some of the other ingredients in there, like Ceylon cinnamon, like ashwagandha. And overall, I think that if you are pairing a cup of that, maybe with a couple squares of Hu chocolate, you're hitting the jackpot. You're getting the crunch, but you're also getting the smooth, grounding, coconutty texture and feeling from the hot chocolate. But I do offer 20% off with the code HTH. If you go to Organifi.com/HTH, or if you click on the link in the show notes that just says organic, or that just says Organifi, then it will take you directly there. But this is something that I like to have in the house no matter what, no matter if I'm traveling, or because I'll start the day with the greens juice. I always do the protein if I'm doing protein, and then I will do the chocolate at night. It really hits the spot. It's grounding, it's warm, and I always say to myself, okay, I'm going to start with this, and if I still want the extra whatever kind of dessert, then I'll have it. But if I start with this, then 8 times out of 10, I'm satisfied from that. But highly recommend. And you don't get this discount on their website, so use the code HTH and check out Organifi.com. Get 20% off. Enjoy. Let's get into the next product. I have been asked about this a couple of times, and there are so many different answers to this, because when you're doing your laundry, it's not something that you really want to mess around with. When you're out of laundry detergent, you're it's not like you're just going to wash your clothes with water. Well, maybe you do. I've definitely been guilty of that before. But what we want to avoid in our laundry detergent, not just if you have sensitive skin, but if you have kids in the house. I mean, this is for anyone. You're wearing these clothes all day long. Maybe you're sweating in these clothes and so they're soaking more into your skin. But I wanted to do this due diligence before talking about it on a podcast because right now, I am not loyal specifically to one brand, but I've tried several brands that I'll talk about today. First brand, I will say, I've tried Branch Basics. Since I'm in the middle of a move right now and I don't have all my own cleaning products and my entire life is in storage, essentially, I haven't been using it recently. But I did purchase a starter pack for Branch Basics, and what you get is these are completely clean ingredients. It's essentially a concentrate that is multi-purpose. You can use it for streak-free cleaning as opposed to Windex, and it actually works. There's no streaks. I'm not kidding. It's amazing. You can also use it for cleaning your bathroom tiles. You can use it for cleaning your toilet. You can use it for your dishes, but it gives you different portions of the concentrate to pour into the different bottles that you receive. So you're not just going to the store, so that once you run out of X, Y, and Z ingredient, once you run out of the laundry detergent or the soap or your whatever cleaning needs are, you just order another bottle of concentrate. You don't have to buy more bottles, because if you're just going through Windex from the store, you're buying Windex bottle after Windex bottle after Windex bottle, whereas this one, you're just buying the one plastic and refilling the other bottles that you get from it. Of course, if you want to go to the store or you want to order on Amazon a couple of different glass bottles, the only thing about it is that it does give you the ratio of concentrate to put in each individual bottle. They're different. So for your laundry detergent, it might be a higher concentration of the liquid that they give you to mix with water than it would be for your hand soap. But to each his own, do your thing. I have ordered a couple of different times. I love it. I trust it. It's something that I would spray that into my eyeballs and use it. I would soak my clothes in it and then slap them onto my naked body. I really, truly trust Branch Basics. I can pronounce all the ingredients. I know exactly what I'm looking at. It doesn't smell like a bunch of chemicals. You can always tell. Some people like the smell of cleaning supplies like Fabuloso. You always know when someone has cleaned the bathroom with Fabuloso. It's not me. It smells to me toxic and it smells like chemicals, and no thank you. I'd rather spend a little bit more money on a brand that I trust that is actually going to last me a while. I think that in the long run, it's a good investment. Now, if you don't want to switch over all of your products and you just want to start one thing at a time and you want to do the laundry detergent, I've been really liking the pods, because especially if I'm doing a larger load, I don't want to just use more soap. So I think that the pods are a great way to go. I just got this off Amazon. It's Aspen Clean. I actually looked at this at the EWG website and found it there. So EWG is the environmental working group, and they go through a ton of different products. We've talked about this on several different episodes, but if you haven't used EWG to look for your skincare, your shampoo, your different snacks, household products, items, makeup, this is a great place to start. So I went on EWG, looked up different dishwasher pods and laundry pods, and this is a brand that came out. So it's EWG verified, not tested on animals, vegan, certified organic by EcoCert, non-toxic, non-chemicals. It is septic tank safe, zero plastic packaging, and the one that I got was lavender scented, and they have eucalyptus unscented. And you can also you can subscribe and save a couple bucks and do, I don't know, if you are just one person, maybe you would do it every 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 2 months, I don't know. But it does about 36 loads of laundry, and I think it's really great. And I have a lot of really sweaty laundry, especially if I get into the infrared sauna bag at night. I am wringing out my clothes at the end of the sauna bag. I am dripped head to toe. I'm wringing out my socks, my kneecaps, everything about me is completely soaked. So, and it's not super pleasant. I want to get that shit extra clean. Aspen Clean has been really fantastic. I will post a link through my Amazon storefront when this podcast episode comes out tomorrow. So that's one that I really, really like, aside from Branch Basics. And then one thing to think about here is in the same vein as, hold on, and toxins. Okay. I wanted to have this in front of me before I spouted off a bunch of bullshit. But, okay, here we go. When we're talking about, I forget that there are people who are actually listening to this on the other line, and people are probably thinking, did my headphones go out? Did my AirPods die? Nope, I just stopped talking for a minute. Wow, great. When we're talking about cleaning products, we're talking household items, how to make the household smell fantastic. So I think that a lot of people think that when they are using natural ingredients, using non-toxic, non-harsh chemicals, they think that A, the job isn't going to get done as well, or B, it's not going to rid the smell. It's not going to produce the outcome that they really want. A, if you are investing in doing your research, fine. And honestly, being your own guinea pig, if you don't like one brand, that's not the only brand out there. You can go find another one, try it out. But people a lot of times think, okay, well, I want my house to smell really good, so let's get a candle. Now, I've talked about this before, and I'm sure we all know about this. Fragrances are some of the most detrimental chemicals for our endocrine system and for our liver, our kidneys, our brain, everything that goes on. We want to make sure that we are avoiding harsh chemicals. And a good way to do that is avoiding really toxic candles. So what we want to look for is clean burning candles. So where is the fragrance coming from? So if you look on the ingredients, which they typically don't have, if you're walking into Bath and Body Works, or if you're in Target and you lift up the lid and it immediately hits you like a ton of bricks, like if you are leaving the candle section of any store and you feel like you have a headache, or if you feel like you're overwhelmed by the smells, or you feel like you almost can't get a smell out of your nose, let's not purchase that candle. We want to avoid a bunch of the toxic BS. I'm a huge fan of having a natural organic diffuser in the house, not just a oil diffuser, but that you fill with water, but one that you put the reeds in, and it's a little bowl of liquid, and you stick this wooden sticks into it and it fills up the room. It's really nice. You can find clean versions of that. I won't get into that because we're talking about candles, but when you are looking for these, you want to make sure that you're not also getting a bunch of different chemicals and fragrances. So there are a ton of synthetic ingredients that are bad for us that say natural, and that doesn't automatically mean that they are safe. So what you want to look for is phthalate-free candles that are derived from 100% essential oils. Again, phthalate-free, that's PHTH. Jesus. PHTHALATE, phthalate-free candles that have 100% essential oils. And you can look that up on Amazon. You can buy a whole bunch there. You can make your own candles. We used to do that. We used to do eucalyptus essential oils, make our own candles. And if you think about it, you buy a candle making kit on Amazon, you get a couple. I know that people are like, Liza, we're never going to fucking do that. I get it. But look, maybe you're not drinking this month, maybe you have a little extra time, you spend $15 on a candle making kit, because one candle, like a nice name brand candle, is going to run you $35, $45, up to $65. Just do me a fave, order some essential oils. You can get vanilla, you can make all your own, a vanilla orange combo, you can do a eucalyptus, a lemon, a lavender, lemon balm, whatever. But you want to look for the non-phthalate or the phthalate free candles For wax, you want to look for a candle that said it's 100% natural wax, which could be beeswax. It could be anything that's not just a paraffin blend. You also want to look for 100% cotton, hemp, or wood burning wicks. A lot of times we see the wicks and we don't even think about it, but think about it. You are burning this fire and this small rope, oil, chemicals, wax, and all of that's going into the air. The whole reason why a candle works is because it diffuses the scent into the air. That's the entire purpose of the candle. Hello. We want to make sure that we're not just puffing a bunch of toxins into the air. We want to avoid any other sticks that have a metal core that might not be readily visible. So you do want to use cotton, hemp, or wood sticks, natural wax, and phthalate-free candles. These are all things that I think would be beneficial when revamping the home, even if you aren't completely revamping the home, but you want to make sure that you're taking those small steps. Maybe you're having a dinner party and you want the house to smell really nice. Maybe you do get a diffuser. Maybe you get some what are they called? Maybe you get some incense. Those are always sexy, but you kind of have to be careful about the flavors and the scents because sometimes they can smell like musky and like you walked into Hot Topic and it's not the vibe. You want something a little more elevated, clean and chic. I hope this was I hope that this was helpful. I'm going to put a bunch of links in the show notes again when we're talking about these different brands. I wish I had discount links for you, but hopefully these brands hear it when I send it to them and they're like, hey, we'd love to send you some shit, or we'd love to give you a code, or we'd love to pay you a flat rate. That's ideal. So lesser evil. Hope you hear this. I hope everyone has an amazing rest of your week. Take a screenshot, let us know you are listening to this episode, put it on your social media, tag us. And again, if you haven't, I implore you to head to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. If you are on Spotify, you can still go into your phone, swipe down, type in Apple Podcasts, go to the purple thing, and when you find Hotter Than Health, you can leave a review. 5 stars or bust. I hope everyone enjoys their week. Thank you for listening, and we will talk to you next Thursday.